global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings to the YouTube channel. Some few hours ago, Fubara, governor of Rivers State, made the first move that showed that there's quite a lot going on within his CTC's government that is really not nice. But a lot of insider information is beginning to spill out, and it looks like there's really some power tussle within the rank and file of his government, and is trying to put it under control. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, according to the news, the local government chairmanship nomination seemed to be going on and is bringing a lot of fractions. Don't forget that Fubara team are also looking forward to bringing out their own nomination forms and those who are going to make the final list. And there seem to be power tussle going on. And as Edison, Sotonye, Fulton, Tammy, Danagogo, and others show some level of strength. A serious infighting is actually reported to be tearing apart governors similar for Fubara's political movement. Now, some key players show strength to produce local government chairmanship candidates across Rivers State ahead of the proposed local government election scheduled for 5th of October 2024. Top amongst the major key players in the show of political strength include the founder of the Rivers Women Unit for Sim, who is also in charge of Governor Fubara's information and communication management, which is Mrs. Sotonye Toby Fulton, aka Toby Jog. Now, the governor's SSG, Dr. Tammy Danagogo, and Chief of Staff, Edison. Now, this most powerful trio, as in the three of them, in Governor Fubara's administration, are in serious fighting for the domination of their preferred local government chairmanship candidate across Rivers State. For the governor's endorsement ahead of the local government area elections, with every actor exploring their respective closeness with Governor Fubara against each other. Now, to have their way, taking advantage of governors' lovely and peaceful demeanor in politics to force their loyalists on him. This situation is said to have confirmed the speculation that Governor Fubara's administration had been moved around by these three people, as majority of the cabinet members and other appointees, including the CTC Chairman, are said to be loyal to these key players in the government house instead of Governor Fubara himself. Now, there are also reports that leaders of different political groups outside the pioneer leaders of the Simplify movement are also mounting pressure on Governor Fubara to allow them produce local government chairmen in their own strongholds. Some of the groups included the Atiku Amechi group, who are the minority group across PDP and APC. Now, this particular group were actually the main opposition to Governor Fubara's 2023 governorship election before, during, and even after the election, but took advantage of governor's disagreement with his predecessor and benefactor, Nyesom Wike, to realign with the governor. Another group led by former militant leader Sobama Jack Rich, aka Egberi Papa, under the auspices of Simplicity movement, are also said to have declared interest in the chairmanship race in two Kalabari-speaking local government areas. Now, apart from the three major characters outlined above, there are also insinuations that some elders with little or no political value in their localities are also pressurizing the governor to allow them produce chairmanship hopefuls in their areas, a situation that has left Governor Fubara in a state of confusion, thereby delaying the governor's endorsement of any aspirant in any local government area. Some of the elders across board, with the interest of producing council chairmen loyal to them in their respective local government area, included former Governor Peter Odele, and his wife, Sir Celestine Omehie, Right Honorable Austin Okpara, Senator John Mbata MCC, Chief Ambrose Nwezi, Senator Andrew Uchendu, Sir Mike Elechi, Chief David Briggs, Senator Lee Maebe, Honorable Awaji Abiate, Chief Ateko Tom, Ambassador Oji Ngofa, Chief Davis Ikanya, Dr. Abiye Sekibo, Prince Uche Secondus, Honorable B.S. Emeregwa, amongst others. Now, for Okpobo Okoro, Umohia, Omuma, Oyibo, Obuadua, Broni, Adoni, Ogubolo are said to be local government areas where Governor Fubara is like to have an easy ride producing his preferred chairmanship candidate with little or no pressure from interest groups within his political movement. Now, meanwhile, Soti Fulton, whose popularity dates back to the day she operated a popular nightclub called Toby Jog along Woji Road in GRA, Port Harcourt, is reported to have more advantage over Edison Ehi and Tammy than Nagogo because of her intimate relationship with those above, who is also from the same Opobo Nkoro local government area with the old Port Harcourt girl. There's reports that some serving CTC Chairmen are also lobbying seriously to return as elected chairman, with few of them having expressed approval from Governor Fubara based on favoritism. Now, the caretaker chairman of Obiokpo, that's Ambassador Chijioke Ihiowo, his Emoha and Ikwere counterpart David Omereji and Darlington Oji are said to be in difficult situation right now, following Governor Fubara's purported consideration to inject new blood in their local government areas. Some 7 members of Governor Fubara's executive council are also said to be interested in the local government position in their respective local government areas because of what many describe as Governor Fubara's nonchalant attitude towards the approval of official memo from his appointees, apart from the health commissioner, who is said to be enjoying the governor's express approval on any memo from her office. And the commissioner for youth development, Chisom Ngbali, Commissioner for Urban Development, Isaac Umejuru, and Commissioner for Environment, Sydney Gbara, are some of the cabinet members lobbying for their local government area chairmanship. Now, the power tussle is also reported to be playing out across even the local government areas, as critical stakeholders are said to be fighting dirty to produce councillorship candidates in their localities. My colleague is in the house. Now, this is getting very dicey, and honestly, it takes some level of political understanding and the challenge that there's really no political structure from the beginning for Fubara may be bringing a lot of tension. What's your take on this drama?
Well, that was expected. No matter how simplified and no matter how certain persons who carry themselves as politicians try to prove their innocency to you, they still want to, benefit from your government. They still want to fix themselves there. Now, first of all, I knew very well that some persons who are commissioners, some persons who are, being brought in as appointees will be expecting the governor to excuse them to lead in those places for one reason. And that one reason is autonomy. Yeah, the local government autonomy. We know how much is pushed in. According to the statistic I saw, I think about 20% of the revenue that normally goes into the account of these big guys, gets to them. So now that there's an autonomy, it means each of the whole local government could be walking away with close to 800 million, close to maybe 500 million. No matter how nice a governor is, the caretaker committee chairman cannot walk away with that every month. You understand? They can't walk away. But this one, you're going to have full control. But then, unfortunately, the governor does not even have control over them. That's the troubling aspect. But at the same time, I still believe that the government wants you to sign one or two things to give him some level of loyalty, if he wants them to sign,
But signing, does it guarantee loyalty? It doesn't.
Well,
we have seen it.
There is a better plot that one can use, and you are so sure the person will obey the rules. And that is one.
Did not obey his own with Wike.
Wike trusted Fubara so much. No, the issue with that of Fubara was that Wike trusted Fubara so much. Imagine, for example, if one can go so dirty, some of the governors can go so dirty to a point of they will implicate you in a deal, and that deal will be such that if it's reported to EFCC, will land you in immediate jail. You understand? And they will tell you to sign. Now, when you sign the deal, they now say that with this deal, you know that you are a fraudster. with this deal, you know that you can sleep in jail for the rest of your life. And they put up provable evidence everywhere. You obey them. At the end of your tenure, we'll take the deal. And if you have to be re-elected, we'll resign a new deal. So most of them have that crazy. But I think the case of Wike was, Wike trusted him because he carries himself like someone who will never hurt you. You know, looking at his disposition, you may think to a point that, you know, some local government chairman call him Mumu governor. I know that if Wike was in between two guys, for example, Samuel Wanosike and Chidi Lloyd, he can never sign that kind of deal with them. You understand? The kind of deal he gave, because you will already, by their disposition and by the kind of person they are, you know that they will surely not abide by it. But this guy here, very quiet, docile guy, had worked with Wike for 8 years and all of that. So Wike was like Mumum boy. Anywhere I push him, even when the likes of one of us started talking about Fubara, they described him as Mumu governor. So I think the deal that Wike had with him was not that stringent. He was just hoping that it would be a good boy. He would not, unfortunately had to end. But however, back to the main stuff, this was expected. And I pray that this will not tear his loyalties apart. This will not tear the likes of his and all of that. It will not tear them apart.
Oh, well, let's see how Fubara comes out of this, because most definitely names ought to be mentioned before 5th of October, because they'll be going into the polls. Then the question is, who would he trust? Now the time for loyalty is going to be tested. Let's test it. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take? If you are in Sim Fubara's position, what would you do differently? How would you test those who are genuinely loyal to you, who will not backstab you once the money is real?